nothing's real.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Will Smith returns to cinemas in the US today in his first major film role since his
Bad marriage for life.
I stood up in front of God and my family and friends, and I said, till death do us part.
How does the ambition play for you? In other words, I mean, are you saying it comes to you, or, you know, it was somebody else's idea that if you can do rap, and if you can win Grammys, then you can do Fresh Prince. If you can do Fresh Prince, then you can do whatever the first role was. And if you can do that, then you and Tommy Lee Jones can make Men in Black.
I think with me, I'm motivated by fear.
You grew up in a home filled with love?
Absolutely.
We didn't grow up with the sense that where we were was where we were going to be. You know, we grew up with the sense that where we were almost didn't matter because
we were becoming
right. Something greater. Yeah. My father owned. It actually was an old bakery when I was growing up. My father was an electrician and a refrigeration man.
You started working with your dad. Your dad's a repairman, is that right?
Yeah, refrigeration repairman, electrician. We would install supermarkets. You see the long freezer cases in supermarkets. We would install those long freezer cases and all the lights. That's what we would do. Both of my parents and my grandparents were achievers, you know. My mother worked for the school board of Philadelphia, so growing up, we couldn't say y'all.
In my mind, when I draw it, I always draw a triangle, and my father was the base, and my mother was the left side, and my grandmother was the right side, and I always put discipline as the bottom. My father, hard work, discipline, endurance was really the foundation of creating my life, and my mother was education, and my grandmother was love. So, you know, the combination of that discipline, education, and love was a...
His first song with pal DJ Jazzy Jeff hit the top of the charts when he was only 18.
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince were a hit. They also made history. In 1988, they became the first rap duo ever to win a Grammy. A second Grammy followed in 1992 for the single Summertime.
I understand you learned your rapping really from Dr. Seuss when you were a kid.
I'll mark this X. It isn't there. I'll mark that Y. It isn't underneath the apple. Mark the apple, HKI.
Well, Dr. Seuss was probably my first introduction to rhyming. I just loved all of those Dr. Seuss books, and I used to write my own little book.
And I always remember that my mother or father or grandmother would say, "That's great, baby. You did a really good job with that. That's incredible. Congratulations. Try this next time." We would run out of the house and scream to our friends, "Yo, what y'all about to do?" My mother's up. That's it. Back in this house. Back in this house.
And I had my profanity. I had, my expletives, you know, because I was young. I was writing my, four-letter words and everything. And my grandmother found my rap book, and she wrote a little letter for me. She never said anything to me. I don't think we still to this day have ever talked about it. But she wrote a letter in the back of my book, and it said, "Dear Will, truly intelligent people do not have to use these types of words to effectively express themselves. So show the world that you're as smart as we all think you are. Love, Grandma."
It was 6 years as the star of his own TV show that brought wide recognition to Will Smith. In The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he played an upbeat urban teen who moves in with wealthy West Coast relatives.
They hired you, somebody who's never acted a day in his life, to star on a network TV show.
It happens.
This is the first thing I've ever done acting, so I have zero formal theatrical training.
Clearly, Will was having the time of his life and would often hype up the audience.
I'm here all day, acting silly, eating with people I have fun with, enjoy being around. It can't get any better than this.
You can call me Oprah.
You got it, Ope.
crowd. Oh.
The Fresh Prince propelled Will into icon status while also turning him into a bona fide sex symbol.
You know what? I think what it is with the ladies, it's my ears, man. In a mall, these ears cause hysteria.
From hip-hop to sitcom to the silver screen, Will Smith's rise to fame has been rapid, but it's taken its toll on his personal life. He is recently divorced from actress Cherise Zampino. Their high-profile split was a painful period in Will's life.
How did it feel when you saw your whole divorce proceedings listed in Jet magazine?
When you were 13, your mom and dad divorced.
Yes.
What effect does that divorce, when you were just going into your teen years, have on you today?
It's like I didn't want to make that mistake. I watched that. I saw what that mistake was. And in my life, that's really the only thing in my life ever that I consider a failure. I feel that much more pain for having been divorced.
The sense of being a coward, because I watched my father beat up my mother and I didn't do anything.
And just on my young mind, it became imprinted, you know, it's like, what kind of kid stands there and lets somebody hit their mother and they don't do anything?
I ain't need him then and I don't need him now.
Will.
Nah, you know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was.
That
and I sure as hell don't
became
need him for
the
that.
core trauma of my childhood that my personality and my persona became to form around, to be the opposite of that.
So, I was gonna build the complete opposite of that.
I stood up in front of God and my family and friends, and I said, till death do us part.
At 27, Will has had a lot of professional success. And as for his personal life, he says he's found a soulmate, an actress, Jada Pinkett, who he met during the first season of Fresh Prince.
See, you know, I basically told him that he has really helped me find my higher self. You know, and I know it's cliche when you say, oh, he brings the best out of me, but he really does, you know, and...
Hey, baby, come on, that's enough. I'm saying, because I'm still making rap records. I can't be crying on Barbara Walters.
Superstars don't get any bigger than Will Smith.
In West Philadelphia,
The Fresh Prince, the box office record breaker.
I make this look good.
The Grammy winner.
getting jiggy with it.
The global phenomenon.
I look at it like bowling. You know, like you're not bowling when you bowl and you really need to line up 3 strikes. You need the turkey, right? You need to line up the 3 strikes in a row. And I think Bad Boys, Independence Day, and Men in Black was the turkey that established me as a movie star.
Sealed the deal.
And sealed the deal, yeah. You get 3 in a row. People's like, okay, all right, cool, we'll ride with him.
If you're not having fun, people are going to change the channel.
All this Master William stuff, man. I'm not down with that, man. Make it sound like we back on the plantation. So we like, Master William, Master William.
There's a little more leeway in the film world, and there's a little more leeway in the world of music for alternate emotions. But in the world of television, people tune into television for an enjoyable experience, and they are most moved by the person or the performer or the performers having a good time.
It is amazing. You certainly have grown, Will.
Well, we all have.
That's why Friends is so successful. You can tell that they're having fun
a good time. Yeah, exactly.
on the set.
Will Smith?
Will Smith returns to cinemas in the US today in his first major film role since his infamous snapping of Chris Rock at the Oscars after the comedian made a joke about Smith's wife.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely.
What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy because I definitely believe that you and I, we never, ever, ever thought that we would make it back.
Yeah, there's a real power in the just knowing somebody's riding with you no matter what.
It's just part of it.
Yeah.
You know, you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
Thank you for coming. This is beautiful. I've wanted to meet you for a really, really long time. And you know, being here with you in the Cayman Islands, I gotta say, is I'm feeling a little something. You know, I'll just, you can grab it later if you want.